So hello and welcome to our eggs in different ways. We are having here, as I requested, potatoes. You can see also a carrot that I added to this, but that was, you'll see later what for. I cooked the potatoes and the garlic for about an hour. I have hard-boiled eggs. I have a tomato, I have pepper, 2 different kinds of onion, jalapeno, parsley, parsley. I have cooked mushrooms. But before we start, I want to do something that's going to take a while, and I'm going to experiment with everybody. And that is, I'm going to take a matzah. I will dip it in water, transfer it to another tray, and cover it with a wet towel. And let it sit. This is going to be for our dessert. So we have hard-boiled eggs, taking a small knife, and I will make little cuts. I'll push it into the center of the egg and make an angle, and then another. Okay, and you see right here, I cut the egg with a spoon or a scoop. I take the yellow out and put it in the tray, in the bowl. Take the other yellow out, two little shapes. I'm gonna put aside. Take another one, and this one I will cut in half straight. Again, I will empty it, and feel free to do it with me. And another yellow one. And here we go. A little salt. Everything's precise measurement, so you can see. A little salt. A little black pepper. Turmeric. This is cayenne pepper. I like cayenne pepper. It's going to be devilish. I have a little ginger. Garlic. And I even have cumin. And my gorgeous wife have made horseradish for Passover. I'm going to take a little bit of that and put it in. You see, not a lot, just a tiny wincy. And with the fork, I mash it. I mash it really well. Okay. Another precise measurement. Olive oil. Instead of olive oil, you can use mayonnaise if you want. I will take 1 little mushroom that also my wife has cooked before, and I will empty the stem. I'll take the stem out. You can use some other stuff, but for now, this is what I'm using. I'll show you another trick. And I will take a little bit of the egg that I just mixed, put it in like a little tower, just like that. And you remember those little funny little things that we made? There we go. And I'm not done yet because you see I have a pepper here. And I will make a little tiny cute little Can you see that? Next, remember I told you about the carrot? I will do the same thing with the carrot. I'm cutting a little piece of the carrot and getting a little piece in the center. Yeah, it is cooked. I already said that. The cooked carrot. Scoop a little in the middle and add more egg. And you have a little devilish carrot. We have already 2 easy eggs. Remember those eggs that I took before? I'm adding it to the mixture. I'm mushing it more. And I'll add a sliver of the onion, 2 kinds of onion, very little. And chop it. Chop. A little bit of parsley. A little jalapeno. And keep on chopping. Chop, 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 chop. I take that and add it to the egg. And mix together. Put it aside for a moment. And we have a tomato. I have a special tool for cutting tomatoes, but you can use any sharp knife. And as you can see, I'm cutting around with an angle into the middle of the tomato. I cut this and I make it like a little straight cover. I keep on going around the center of the tomato. And with my scoop, you can use a spoon or a scoop or just keep on cutting until it comes loose. And I put it aside with the eggs. We take the mixture that we just made and we fill it in inside the tomato. Now, it is very good just like that, it's fresh. But I had tried a few years ago and baked it. in the oven for about 10 minutes until it's just softened a little on 400. Another egg. Ta-da! We are done. And now we'll deal with our potatoes that we cooked. I have 3 potatoes. I don't need all of them right now. I have my little garlic here. And I'll cut the potatoes in half. Again, with the scoop or a spoon, we will empty the inside of the potato. If you baked your potato, you can do just the same. The only difference is you will need to use a little water in the next step. Emptying it, and I leave a little bit here. It scoops like ice cream. Scoop. Now, I ask you to get some matzahs. My mom did not have a food processor, which I have here, and she did not buy matzah meal. So she would put it in a bowl, crumble it, and crush it. Crush it for a long time. You may use ready-made matzah meal, but I wanted to show that if you do not have matzah meal, because that last week it was very hard to go and shop, and if you didn't buy yourself matzah meal, this is how you do it. Or you put it in the food processor here, and you can do it, and it comes out really well. See? A tablespoon of oil. Okay? And remember that tool, or you can use the fork that I used before. You mush it together. Mush, 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 mush. Now, if you baked your potato, this is time to add some water. Because I cooked my potatoes in water, it has already the liquid. But when you bake a potato in the oven, it comes out a little dry. So you want to add about half a cup of water. Oh, my wife said 2 tablespoons max. Well, it depends how thick you want it to be. She's the boss. Okay? I use my beautiful hands here. And I knit it. This, and I make a little dough. See? A little mush of potatoes and matzah together. You might want to add some flavoring to this, seasoning, salt, a little sticky, and I put it aside for now and let it sit. Like that, and I put it aside. Now I'm taking all these leaves, take them off the stems. If you leave a little stem, nothing's gonna hurt it. Still good. I like to keep these to make some soup. But right now, that's all we need. We have the jalapeno, remember, that we used before? I'm going to use it again. A little bit more this time. More onion. And dice it. The smaller you cut it, the better it spreads around when we use it again.
It says the top, the password. See it?
Yes.
Small, small. While we are doing this, before I'm going to the next step, I suggest you start heating your oil, your frying oil, which I will start doing too. As soon as I'm done here, stuff. You take all the mixture that I just made, put it back in the bowl. Take a little cucumber, carrot, in my language. Tiny little pieces. Everybody takes pictures over there? Here, okay. Add it to the mixture. And, oh yeah, I see somebody take a picture. I take another egg. Somebody's not muted. If you're not muted, please mute yourself. And there we go. Take this, and here we go with my trusty fork. I mash everything again together. This is going to be a filling. So sometimes you can use, instead of eggs, you can fill with meat or tofu when it's not Passover. Unless you are Sephardic and you can do tofu. I mix it up. And again, spices to your liking. I like turmeric, cayenne pepper, ginger. And as you can see, it's all precise measurement. Garlic, cumin, and paprika this time. Keep mixing it together. We made that little dough, remember? Take a little bit of the dough. Something like that. And we flatten it in our hand. We take, hello Sammy. We put a little of our mixture in the middle of the dough. And close it from the outside, from underneath, bring it to the center, and slowly close it. Okay. There we go. And we have a little ball of dough filled. Put it back in my bowl here. I'll try to make another one. See those? Beautiful balls. 4, which are going to go into the fryer. Carefully, it's very hot. I usually put some salt into the oil before I even start heating it up. Put it in the bowl. And heat it. Heat it, heat it, heat it, heat it. No, to heat it. We have 1 matcha, a little sugar, a little cinnamon, chocolate, and the egg. As you can see, the matcha is soft. I break it into 4 pieces. See? I dip it one side into the egg. Take my chocolate. One cube, right here in the middle. Guys, I've never tried this before, so you are experimenting with me right now. And fold the matzo and let it sit. Take another one. It's a little dry, so wet it just a bit more. Dip it in the egg. The inside, take a piece of chocolate, put it on top, and fold it in. Dip it in the egg. A little bit of chocolate. Fold it. Dip it in the egg. Chocolate. And again, let it sit. Dessert coming. Almost there. Take it out. Put it right here for now to air. We take that little dessert thing you see here. Follow me. Little bit of sugar. And cinnamon. And you have dessert. Egg, leftover, filling, put it in. Nicely. We bring the leftovers and we make, you guessed it, a frittata or an omelet or whatever you want to call it. Leftover.
Can you make that brick with something else, not just the chocolate?
Of course.
Not just the chocolate?
Of course, but this is dessert. Usually I would make the brick with potatoes and onions or meat. And look how beautiful this little frittata looks like. We made a lot of different eggs today.
It says, of course, it's beautiful.
Oh, and here we go. We have and our yummy dessert. Hi, everybody. Thank you for coming.